Agriculture is the engine that powers our economy and fuels our nation. The Bowmans and many other family farms play a major role here in Berks County in sustaining America's food and fiber system. Berks County farms have been and will always be a vital part of our future.
We've been raising sheep here at Winterside Farm since 1974. And the way we got into it, I've always been interested in sheep since I was a youngster. Sheep supply many different products for our daily use. There are over 100 different products that you can get from sheep, but the main ones that we think of basically are meat, lamb and mutton. Second is wool for clothing, carpets, fireproof materials, insulation, things of this nature. The third one, and this is one that people often don't think about, is a substance called lanolin. Lanolin is a natural oil that's in the sheep's, that the sheep secrete. The average sheep lives about as long as a dog, generally anywhere from 10 to 15 years. A 15-year-old sheep would be a very old sheep. Normally, though, we don't keep sheep 15 years. Most of the time, their actual production time is about up to 10 years. The difference between a lamb and an adult sheep is the age. Generally, here in the United States, if a sheep is less than 1 year old, it's considered a lamb. If it's older than a year, it's considered an adult sheep, and that meat from that would be considered mutton. When we talk about protection, sheep flock in a group and run away from their predators. Okay, so that's generally, it's a form of protection. As far as predators go, here in Pennsylvania, the main predator is actually domestic dogs. Sheep can be dangerous at feeding time. Generally, we think of sheep and lambs as being gentle and cuddly, but don't get in their way at feeding time, because if you're in the way when you dump grain in the feeder, they're going to just run you over, and they'll try and butt each other out of the way too. Normally, sheep are shorn once a year. Okay, and as far as the time it takes, how long it takes to shear a sheep, that depends on the shepherd. Okay, I get a professional shepherd in to do the main flock because they're faster than I am. He can shear a sheep in about 10 minutes.
If there's anything that makes the sheep industry as a whole, it's a very sustainable industry. And as a producer standpoint, getting into the industry, you have very low input costs as far as what the animal needs to grow and to produce that lamb and to produce that wool. So it's a great industry to be involved in.
This is an exciting time for the sheep industry, and I think there's a lot of opportunities for young people going into the sheep industry. For one thing, we live right here in the middle of probably the best market for sheep in the United States. Second of all, we have a great environment for raising sheep. The best market for selling sheep in the United States is New Holland. I think it's important to buy local, whether you're buying sheep and wool here in Berks County, or whether you're buying vegetables or eggs or whatever it is. And there's a number of reasons why I think that's important. One, today we live in a time when energy costs are getting very high. And to transport lamb from Australia or New Zealand to the United States to sell takes a lot of energy. And just think about it, same way with wool. Second of all, it's important to support your local farms. All right, and by buying local, you're helping to support these farmers, who then in turn are buying products from their local industries in the county and in the community, and it helps everybody in the area. The third reason why I think it's important is because you're getting a fresher product. All right, you get something from Australia. When was that processed? You know, might have been months ago. Okay, here you can get something fresh, better tasting. So you're supporting the local farmer, you're getting something fresher, you're helping to keep things nice and green, a green environment. What more could you ask for?
Berks County's sheep and wool industry is a vital component to our agricultural economy. While most people do not think about the role this industry plays in their lives, sheep and their products are found in thousands of items people use or consume every day. From baseballs to yogurt, you can count on sheep to fill a multitude of things people need.